Hey, everybody. Michelle is here. I hope everybody is doing fantastic, magnificent, and wonderful. I'm doing fantastic, magnificent, and wonderful. So, yeah, I survived the 4th of July. People firing off those fireworks. I'm telling you, um, it sounds like a war. It sounded like a war. So, I wonder if people are going to have just as much time setting off those fireworks during a war. Are they gonna like all that noise and carrying on? But nah, I didn't. I don't participate in fireworks because I mean, not that I don't participate. It's just I don't see that it's safe to do it around in a residential neighborhood. Now, if I were out at because we used to go to the Air Force bases back in the day, and it was safe because it was over water. And so if something were to go off, the water would prevent it from causing any kind of damage. I don't like it in residential areas, but a lot of people want to do that, so that's their right. All right, so and that's how they want to celebrate. Whatever. I don't celebrate it. Like I said, in a residential area, and I see don't need to really celebrate the 4th of July anyway. That's just my opinion. So anyway, I survived it. For some reason it was cloudy, so I didn't pick up a lot of what was going on. All I did is I heard it all. It was quite loud. It sounded like a war, actually. So, and that's what we do, right? So anyway, I want to come back and talk about when I asked that question the other day. What will you do for love? And so let's throw in another question here to contemplate, to meditate, but not to ruminate. So here's the question. People see no problem at all picking up and moving to another city for another job, right? No one seems to have a problem with that at all, right? I wouldn't. If I have a job opportunity open up for me, what am I going to do? Pick up, especially if that's what I desire, that's what I wished for, is my dream job. I have no reason at all, no reservations at all, picking up, moving, and heading to that job. People do this all the time. As a matter of fact, people are doing that now because of the changing with remote work, and people are changing up because, like I said, a lot of people are going to be moving around, taking on other opportunities, and this and that and the other. So, and a lot of people have done it for relationship reasons too. Some people have stayed in these long-term relationships for a while, and then now they're ready to, take the plunge. Not take the plunge. Take the leap. They call it leap of faith or whatever. Uh, and decide to, okay, let's come together and stop the long distance. At first, I thought I was up for long distance relationships. I thought I would have no issue with it, but I'm against it. For my on my behalf, I don't want that. At one point, I thought I did, and I can remember asking people that question: would you date someone if they're living in another city and you're living in the other? And then I think I was kind of open about it, saying, yeah, sure, I would. But then after thinking about it, I said to myself, because of the situation that I am in right now, I'm retired. So why can't I just go to another area if I know someone that's there that I want to be with or hook up with? Why can't I do that as well? It's the same thing with the job, right? It's an opportunity. Now, whether it works out or not, that comes with opportunities. Sometimes opportunities just don't work out, but does it mean that you're not supposed to take them? See, and that's what I say. That's what's the issue. I think most people just don't want to make mistakes. Most people just don't want their hearts broken. Most people just don't want to have those kind of experiences. And a lot of us just have these unrealistic expectations as well. Okay, because I know many people who have taken on jobs and they wish they had not. I've known many people who have gone to certain cities and stuff to get in relationships with people, and it just doesn't work out. But at the same time, is it an experience? How are you gonna know if you don't like something until you experience it? Is my point. How do you know it's not going to work out? Experience it. Just because, some people, like I said, you go over there, you get this job, you realize, okay, this job is not what I thought it would be. That's why you don't want to burn bridges, per se. Meaning you need to have backup plans if your situation is whatever your situation is. Um, Now, my situation is different. I'm kind of like open and free to do, and I don't really have any ties or anything holding me back. Is my point. I don't have anything holding me back from doing whatever I choose to do or I want to do. I'm thinking about doing. I want those kind of things. There's nothing tying me down. There's no job tying me down. Like I said, my parents have been laid to rest. I was more concerned about them than anything. Their well being, and so I'm here sitting, contemplating, and I made plans years ago about what I wish for, what I desire, what I want, what I need, all those things. Have been in the works. They've been, they've been my plans. They've been my journeys. They've been my aspirations, whatever you want to call it. And all that stuff is, to me, is irrelevant. And that's what we need to get over. All this wanting to label things and give things name, give our actions and behaviors names and this and that and the other, instead of just do it. How about that? What do you have to lose? You have a lot to lose not doing it versus doing it. So because either way, like I said, when I wanted to go over to the West Coast, and I think this was back in 2005, but what stopped me was there was a storm coming. I think it was Hurricane Katrina was coming, and I was like, oh man, because I really wanted to get to the West Coast, and this was prior to what happened in 2008 or 2009. 2005, I wanted to head over to the West Coast. And I think at that time, there was somebody over there that I wanted to meet up with, and then they could kind of show me around over there. But again, Hurricane Katrina was coming, so I could not go. It was not safe to go. So I said, well, let me just go somewhere else. So I ended up somewhere else, South Florida area. So, but the point of the matter is, I was in my car and ready to go, as they say down here in the South. I was ready to go. But, so my point is it's better to just be ready to go or start going until you have other reasons not to. Now, what was different about when I went to move to Atlanta is months before I had even gotten in my car to go to Atlanta, I was getting nightmares about going and just like getting like taps on my shoulder saying, no, don't go, don't go, don't go. But I ignored it and went anyway. And it was, like I said, it was almost life threatening. So just have fun with yourself, be gentle with yourself, and ask yourself these questions about, okay, whether it's going somewhere for a job, whether it's going somewhere for an adventure, whether it's going somewhere for a vacation, to meet up with somebody, to meet up with some people, to meet up this or, whatever the case may be, it's better to, just go ahead and take a chance and go. Even though there's no such thing as chance, but just go. That's what I'm saying. I want to do everything I can not to put words that can be so misunderstanding. And there's so much misunderstanding with words. And you'll get these intellectual talking heads coming through. Well, you really shouldn't be using that. You should be doing this and that and the other. And no, how people be critiquing each other about, what to say and do. Come on, y'all. Let's just be gentle with people and be kind or not. If you choose to, if something's bothering you, I don't know, it's good to, it's okay to ask questions. I have no issue with that. But I just wondering about some of the questionings that we have of people and how we are kind of causing people to have so much anxiety about speaking. A lot of people are just so afraid to say a goddamn word because they know that somebody's going to be critiquing everything they say. That's why I don't re-record nothing unless the memory's running out. Okay, so if I got shit all over my face, I'm going to still be talking. How about that? And film it. How about that? And not re-record it. How about that? All right, so yeah, I just like to have fun too. So anyway, everything's going fantastic, magnificent, and wonderful. And like I told you, with me, as soon as make a decision, that's what's beautiful about a decision. Once I make a decision to do something, like I said, I put the house on the market. Stuff is rolling, rolling, rolling. I'm holding on because stuff is rolling. Because I do control the narrative, but sometimes the speed may be a little bit unexpected, and you may run into some kind of bumps and potholes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm still moving forward, and everything's going forward perfectly, as perfectly it can be. So anyway, so I'm having a good time, enjoying the moments, enjoying the journey, heading towards my destination, heading towards my destiny, and I hope everyone is doing the same and considering it uh, as as a duty and requirement to be a human being. Okay? Peace and love. Trust me. I'll be back.